Hey guys, it's Alyssa Marie, your intuitive reader, and I am back today with another video about the Starseeds in the Starseed series. So far we've talked about the Arcturians and the Lyrans, and today we are going to talk about the Syrians. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I do have personal ties to Sirius, and I find that a lot of people do, so this will be a really interesting one to talk about. But before I get into it, I do want to say, I do say this in every video I've been doing about starseeds, just know that all this information that I've compiled is from my personal experience, but also from other people's experiences and other people's research, and I've just compiled it. So know that it's not all my information 100%. All right, let's get into this. So first off, Syrians come from Sirius. As you guys probably have heard of Sirius, it is a star system that is approximately 8.6 light years away from Earth, and it is the brightest star in our night sky by the naked eye. So most likely you've seen Sirius when you look up at the sky. Now, there is a Sirius A, which is one star, and there is a Sirius B, and we will get into that later about the differences. But first, I want you guys to know that the Syrians are actually younger than both of the star beings that we talked about before. They're younger than the Arcturians and they're younger than the Lyrans. However, they are older than the beings on Earth, and they are older than the Pleiadians, which we will talk about at a later date. Now, a typical Syrian lives about 300 years. So we have to think of time differently. We have to think of all of that differently when we're talking about multidimensional beings, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Now, the Syrians, they have been known to visit Earth many times during the past with humans, okay? They have been known to help with the pyramids, just like the Arcturians and the Lyrans. They've been known to help with the rebuilding of Atlantis. They've been known to give the Mayans ancient technologies, astronomy. They've helped with astronomy, mathematics, and all these different cultures, and these ancient cultures. They also have been said to communicate with the gods of ancient Egypt. They're very connected to ancient Egypt. In fact, there's a lot of information about the Syrians directly talking to Isis. So that's interesting as well. Mother Isis. Now, we are going to look at, I have my notes here. We're going to talk a little bit about Sirius A and Sirius B. So Sirius A is more like Earth in terms of it is fifth dimensional and there are physical beings on it, okay? It is about 70% water, just like Earth, and I would say it's similar to the way Earth looks, and the beings there, they don't look like us, okay? I will actually quick go to the appearance of the Syrians. So the Syrians, the way that many people perceive them, and the way that I perceive them, is that they are blue, that they are very tall, that they have elongated heads. So that's why you see in ancient Egypt, you know, the elongated head, things like that. So kind of definitely more quote unquote alien than the Lyrans, for instance, or the, did I say Lyrans? I'm sorry, I meant Pleiadians. The Arcturians that we did talk about, they as well look extraterrestrial. When we'll talk about the Pleiadians later, they look more human-like and things like that. But we'll get into that. So, now, they communicate telepathically, just like the Arcturians. A lot of these beings, because they are vibrating at a higher frequency and living on a different dimensional level, do not use the same forms of communication that we do, and we know that Syrians, they do communicate telepathically. Now anyway, back to Sirius A and Sirius B. Sirius A, like I mentioned, 70% water, 5D, physical, similar to Earth. Now Sirius B, this is the one I feel that a lot of people resonate with more and I resonate with more. Sirius B is all water, okay? 100% water. And there are fifth dimensional beings on there, but most of them, I believe, that I perceive are etheric, and they are between the sixth and the seventh dimension, sometimes existing in the ninth dimension, okay? And they consist of etheric dolphins, whales, mer people, but also physical ones as well, dolphins and whales and mer people. And the dolphins and whales there are extremely intelligent. As we know, dolphins are very intelligent anyways here on the earth plane. However, they're like very intelligent, okay? And so it's interesting, but I do remember a past lifetime on Sirius B as a dolphin type creature, and I can tell you guys about that later. But I've also heard Divine Venus, by the way, I do recommend her channel. She remembers a past life as a whale there, and it's very interesting, but that's a conversation for a different time. So you in Sirius B, you would think of it all as underwater cities and things, like Atlantis. Underwater everything, but they breathe underwater, they have extremities, they don't have legs like the mer people, they look like mermaids and things like that, as we would imagine. But yes, all water. Now I'm going to go to the Syrian Starseed traits, okay? And I have a list here, and I'm going to go ahead and read off what I've come up with, okay? So see if any of these resonate with you. Spiritual, peaceful, serious, can also be emotionally repressed, avoiding confrontation and inability to express emotions, practical, they love animals, they are usually very loving, well, they have a certain appreciation for the whales and the dolphins and animals of the ocean. They are daydreamers. They have a very vibrant imagination. You'll often find that they're dreaming about something in their head rather than focusing on their 3D reality in front of them. They tend to be shy, but they are analytical. So a lot of times they are analyzing situations, great listeners, but they sometimes don't interact. Right, they are the guardians of nature. And that's true. The Syrians have really worked at preserving life with the animals and whatnot. And then they're very intuitive, okay? So those are some of the traits. There's definitely more about the Syrians, and I just said these are all Syrians. Now there are specific traits for both Sirius A and Sirius B, but I wanted to keep this video rather short, so you guys can go ahead and look that up if you want to, the differences in the Sirius A starseeds and Sirius B starseeds. Like I said, I resonate with Sirius B. And let's see if there's anything else. Yes, so as I did mention, the Syrians have communicated and worked with Earth for as long as we can remember, and one of the famous ascended masters that many people believe is Syrian is Mother Mary, okay? So there's a lot of ties to Mother Mary, and then also Mother Isis, so a lot of motherly energy, a lot of loving guardian type energy from the Syrians, okay? So I hope that gave you a quick rundown about the Syrians. Very intelligent, very gentle, beautiful, benevolent beings. Both Sirius A and Sirius B were always benevolent planets. Oh, and I did forget to mention that they did originally come from Vega, which is where a lot of the Lyrans did come from. So like I did say, they were younger than the Lyrans. So originally from Vega, then they came to Sirius, and then obviously eventually Earth. So yeah, so I hope this gave you a quick rundown about the Syrians and about the Syrian starseeds. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.